So, welcome to podcast number 12, part B. We're going to be doing Lidl tonight, we're going to be getting on the Lash with Lidl. So this should be a good, if it's any good as the last week's was, it's going to be a cracker. But before we start, Brenny, you're looking very dapper tonight in your topper.
Alright.
Yep. I like how an interesting balance. You've got the Rangers one. Oh, sorry, I've got the Rangers one. You've got the Celtic one. What a hood.
This is just my colour, mate. This is just my colour. That's all it
is. Good features in this. Obviously, you've got the wee mobile phone pocket inside the pocket.
Like that. I do like that.
Yep, you've got the wee strings. You can pull the strings, all that kind of gear. And then, likely, if anybody wants to buy one of these, get in contact with us. They're cheap. So we'll just get that plug out the way. And welcome to everybody. Before we start as well, if you are enjoying what we're doing, give us a wee like, and if you aren't subscribed to us already, give us a wee sub, that'd be good as well. So, are you ready just to crack on, big man?
Aye, batter on, we go with the first beer. So it is a Lidl special. And the first beer of the night is the Haderwood Craft Beer Company, called the Purple Panther. Now, Haderwood is actually brewed uniquely for Lidl. So it's Haderwood is just Lidl's own brand beer company. It's brewed in association with Jennings Brothers, so that Haderwood isn't actually a brewery as such. It's brewed in contention with another. So this is the Purple Panther, which is described as a porter. It's 5% volume, and label on the back gives it dark, silky, deeply delicious, full-bodied, muscular blend. Muscular indeed, I quite like that. Muscular. That's setting itself up for a fail, innit? And then coffee roast as ever. So, without further ado,
it's quite a large one, isn't it? Is it 500ml, this bad boy?
I think this one is 500ml. I brought the pint glass out.
I'm going to get the 10-ounce glass out for this. Well, that's a fine pour you've done.
Perfect. It's a bit weird colour. How that's coming across.
I'm going to have a wee look at it.
Quite dark on yours.
It's dark, but actually, against the light though, it's kind of, you can see through
very
it.
Reddish.
Aye. Anyway, Brian, it'll probably take me into the end of the podcast for that head to get done. But cheers, big man.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Can I get a flight with that, love? Actually, no bad.
I don't mind that at all, man. That's all right.
It's quite watery. It's quite watery. I would say that. It's not going to text in the airport or a stout that we usually would expect. But it's nice. It's nice. I mean, it's quite, the actual flavours are really nice. The roast coffee's quite distinct, as you would expect. I pour up, but it's nice.
I was expecting, when I seen it, I was expecting it to be a bit richer, which I was actually a bit nervous about. So I'm quite liking the fact it's not as rich as that. As you say as well, mate, there's a hint.
Silky. I would agree with that. I would. Not silky smooth, just silky.
Aye.
But a bit watery. Silky but watery.
I get where you're coming with the watery. It's a bit, it lacks a wee bit of body.
The flavour's there, but it loses it in the texture. The texture isn't what you're expecting for a porter.
Aye, it's not.
It's just like dark beer.
Aye, that's exactly what it is. It's like, the old school, stale beer type smell when you walk in a good way. You know what I mean?
Start laughing as we go in the night, isn't it?
Just offended the Lidl beer makers in one fell swoop, but listen, we'll call it as we see it, mate, but I actually quite enjoy that. I'm enjoying it.
How much did you say it was on their website? £1.9 for a 500ml?
£1.09, mate. 5%, 500ml.
See, for that sort of price, you can't really beggar. I mean, I don't like using the word beggars can't be choosers, but at the same time, if I was doing my last tenner and I fancied a stout,
aye,
I can some of that. Do you know what I mean?
You would take 9 of them for a tenner, wouldn't you?
I want to let you smell that in the
morning. So, mate, obviously we've been talking a wee bit about it in the lead up to this one, and ALDI was really good. I was a bit nervous, as you know, going down to Lidl the other night. I went down to the Lidl down in, I went to the old one down in Shawlands, and I have to say, mate, I mean, we've obviously put what we're doing up on social media, but it was a good wee selection. I mean, I thought it was all going to be this Hatherwood range. They had all of them, but they had some good ones in for 71, Drygate, Stuart Brown. They seem to have their fingers in a lot of pies. There was also one that we're going to be doing, mate, we didn't do the old Jock, Broughtons, which wasn't maybe part, but I thought we'd just get that in as well. But the one I'm looking forward to, mate, is Loch Lomond as well. So they get a decent wee selection. And as you say, £1.09. Wow, that's good value, isn't it? Even if you...
I mean, it's not blow your mind away brilliant beer by any stretch, but it's not repulsive, and it's not the worst thing I've ever tasted.
Okay, it's not indeed, man. I don't know about you, mate. I know it's... I'm ready to score that.
I am ready to score it and all.
So, if you introduced it, mate, you want to go first?
Okay, so would I buy it again? Probably not. And that's just because I think there's better porters, better stouts out there.
Yeah.
And I'd rather pay better money to actually drink it. With a second, and I'm scoring it 5.5 out of 10. Okay,
mate. It's still pass marks, mate. It's still almost a C plus.
Listen, it is what it is. There's nothing. There isn't anything wrong with it. It's just I think it could be for somebody's palate. Do you know? I think there'll be people out there that'll go that price is like going to be. I mean, I'll give you an example. I used to buy Lidl's Perlenbacher. Pilsner, German Pilsner. I'm a big fan of German Pilsner, as all the viewers will know. And when it was brewed under the German purity law, a lovely beer. But then, as they seem to do everything in Britain, we can't just accept that Europe's better. We need to do our own thing. And what we ended up doing was having this UK version of a great beer, which is now an utter shit beer. So I'm not knocking Lidl per se, and I think that is a good beer, and someone will like that as a go-to porter, without a doubt.
Well, mate, I wouldn't disagree with you. Would I buy it again? You know, I possibly would buy it again. I wouldn't buy it again probably for myself. I'd buy it again, you know, like so if Big Steph was coming up, he likes an export, and it was maybe that kind of stuff. I'd maybe, you know, but I'm not going to buy it again. I'm not going to kid myself on. With a session it, again, like yourself, we've done better porters, and there's been some really nice porters we've done. So I probably wouldn't session that. But I think, I mean, I wouldn't turn my nose up at it if...
no, and listen, that's the thing. See the further down I get it, I'm actually thinking to myself, it's entirely drinkable. There's no way I'm going to walk onto a sink and pour it down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I mean, the lacing's fantastic. In terms of a score...
I think from that point of view, I give you a score, sorry.
Sorry, mate. No worries. Just before I look at the score, I'm just going to have a wee look at the old Benito against the light. And there is still a wee bit of cap. But see, when you put it against the light, it's actually see-through. But you need a light behind it. Score-wise, 5.5. That's awfully harsh for you, by the way, big man. That's funny. But I'm not going to be as harsh as you, mate. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. So
I don't know. I think for the amount of backing behind Lidl and the amount of expertise that they could have, and they probably do have, they've went with a porter by numbers. They've not went for anything extraordinary, and they've just went boom. There's a 5% porter that some folk will like and some folk will buy.
Aye. I think you're right, mate. Also,
I don't think they're waiting for anything. I don't think they're waiting for anything that we go, do you know what? Wow.
Aye.
That's worth twice as much, because it's no. It's a £1.09 porter.
Aye.
For a discount. supermarket, if you want to call it that.
Although
Although I disagree to call Lidl and Aldi discounters.
Oh, mate,
they're everywhere in their supermarkets now. I still prefer them to the big supermarkets.
So do we all, mate. I mean, it's the place to go for the fresh stuff, man. You get in there, man, you get a meals for a week for 20 quid. Easy. You know what I mean? Mate, I think as well, one thing I don't think we did touch, I think it's maybe, and I hope I'm not being, my colloquialisms here are shown here, but I think that's a kind of English style, almost that kind of, and I don't know if Jennings, don't know a lot, but Jennings Brothers, they're an English brewer, so it's maybe aimed at more it's definitely a kind of English style beer, if that makes sense. So, mate, listen, bud, I think we'll give it a wee cheers anyway.
Yes, indeed. And for a change, I've not actually finished it.
Cheers, big man.
Cheers, Bilko.
So, beer number 2 tonight is from our friends at Broughton. It's Scottish Borders it's Broughton for the Scottish Borders, double IPA, strong and hoppy. Now, it's using their vintage Porteous malt mill and traditional open fermentation, and their master brewer has created an intensely rich, hoppy and very quaffable beer. Oh, quaffable. Brilliant. Another classic from Scotland's original independent brewery. And you can't really argue, because they have been going since 1979, haven't they?
And it's, you've not mentioned the ABV here.
Well, ABV on this is 7.5%. Hey.
That's that.
I'm just actually wondering, is this the first time that a Broughton's has been poured into a coal ship glass?
No chance.
I know they do support the channel. My steak pie tasted phenomenal with that old jock in it, so it did.
It's a favourite of your steak pie recipe, isn't it, the old jock?
Oh, aye. You can't have a steak pie without I mean, a lot of people will put different things in it, but for me, it's a great ingredient for a steak pie. And also, you have a couple of swigs of it, don't you, as well. So, big man. Cheers, big man.
Cheers, Bilko.
It's a nice
Cheers
colour.
to Broughton.
Yeah.
For the double 7.5 IPA.
Yeah. Initially, right?
Malty.
Aye.
Malty. Very malty.
Very. It's I mean, the double IPAs that you've seen us reviewing on here before, obviously they don't look like that. That is the way it looks is quite a very clear double IPA. So there's obviously their version of this, and let's be honest, they've probably been brewing double IPAs a lot longer than these other people have been doing it. A lot of the ones that we do tend to be quite citric, don't they? They tend to be, Simcoe, citrus, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. This is the opposite of it, man. It's a very...
their malts are pale ale and caramel.
Aye.
Caramel. No ice.
Aye. Actually,
Columbus and Chinook. Mm-hmm. They actually do get the Chinook in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Cascade. There's a wee bit of Cascade. I'm actually pleasantly surprised because it's not the...
Yeah.
It's not what we would. It's not been the way with the big hitter double IPAs we've been having out of other places. But it's unique to itself, and I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Can you just hold a second, please, Brenny?
Mm-hmm.
Aye, big man. So, I think bulky is a great description of that. It's actually, listen, they've been doing. I mean, you look how clear it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Do you know something, mate?
It's maltier more than hoppy.
Aye,
I would say, but you get the hops as it is doing. But I would say that the overriding taste of it is maltier rather than hoppier.
Aye, 100%. I get that as well. It is again the strength. It's masked very well. Aye, it's masked very well. 7.5%. I would probably say if I was to taste that, I wouldn't have predicted that was 7.5. And dare I say it, having tried the old jock and getting the body and the richness of that in the steak pie, I would be, if you were to give me that blindly, I would probably, and somebody was to say, do you think that's made for the same makers of old jock? I would probably say no on that. Aye, is it quaffable?
Definitely.
That's quaffable. It's actually it's a wee bit of a surprise, this one, isn't it?
I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
Aye.
I'm enjoying it.
I mean, it's definitely, out of the two beers, it's so far the beer of the night for me, anyway.
I'm enjoying it. Beer of character.
Aye.
Certainly describing you, anyway. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Where are Broughton's based? Where are they based again? In the Borders?
See, I actually thought they were in Alloa, but obviously that's wrong. So
that's Williams Brothers, you're thinking.
Oh, that's what it is.
Is it Kelso or is it
Borders Water?
Bigger?
Is it bigger?
I think so.
Oh, we should really do this is where we just don't dare.
You need a magnifying glass or a shit, but bigger.
What we'll be doing anyway, folks, is obviously we'll be doing our links as we usually. You probably noticed, with this one, we're just going to do the links to the brewery as and when we're doing them, so we'll do that. And I would definitely urge you to check them out. Listen, let's not kid ourselves on, Brigman, right? It's not everybody's cup of tea, a lot of the stuff that they put out there, but I really like that, man. It's good. That's a good I think quaffable. I'm having a laugh here because, quaffable is one of my favourite sayings. And it's interesting that they've put that on the label again. Just shows you the what do you call it?
Crossover from everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. The scope. And if you're watching this, Broughton's, did you have quaffable on that before we started using that one? Get in touch.
Remember, they've been about since 79, son. You were what, 6?
Mate, aye, well,
Five.
I was 5.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's your birthday coming up, innit, mate? In a couple of weeks' time, innit? Aye, you'll be an old man. You'll be 47. Hey. So yeah, we better get some young beers in for those 3 months to change over for us youngsters. Know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you ready to score this, mate?
Yeah, definitely, mate.
Right, I'll go first. Right, so would I buy it again at round about £1.69, £1.70 a bottle? Yes, I would buy that again. I'm not going to lie, I would buy it again. Would I session it? No. No offence to Broughtons, I'm going to say no to that. The reason being, 7.5% is a hefty percentage for me, and watchers of the show will know that I'm, it's going to have to be an absolute belter, that I'm going to have to be 5 sheets to the wind in it before I session it. So we've done this one early tonight. I'm not going to session it purely because of the ABV. Scoring wise, it's definitely better for me than the Purple Panther. I like it. I actually like it a lot. I will say it's a quaffable beer, as they say. I'm going to give that a solid 7.25 out of 10, mate.
Nice one. For me, would I buy it again? Probably not. Would I sesh it? Definitely not. Just for the actual ABV. Am I enjoying it? Yes. How am I scoring it? I'm going to score a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I enjoyed it better than the porter that we had. But the more it's in the glass, the more I'm sort of thinking to myself, I like it. But the overriding malt for me is too much. Well, the hops. It's nice beer.
You've nearly finished it. You've nearly finished it.
I know. I like to evaluate, but I like to drink and evaluate. I'm not going to sink it, man.
One thing is, mate, as you say, we always promote responsible drinking here. But I tell you, it's 7.5. We're 2 in. It's been we've both been working all this week and all that, man. We deserve these beers, don't we? And we'll call it as we see it. We'll always call it as we see it. So Broughton Ale say thanks for getting in touch with us as well. Yeah. So Brenny, we'll give it a wee cheers, eh? Come on.
Definitely. Cheers.
Good, man. Cheers. Yay. So Brenny, what the fuck is that? What the fudge is that?
Big toenail, mate. Big toenail.
Oh my God. Oh. That is an athlete's body. That is what that is.
That's because I've not been playing fives. That would have been half months ago if I'd been playing fives.
Put that away. Put it away. Put it away,
I
please.
know. Sorry.
Is that a crisp? What is that?
Yes, that's a crisp of fun there, no.
Oh, eat it then.
That's my
Eat it.
toenail.
If that's a crisp.
toenail.
Oh my
That's a bit of my big toenail.
Oh my God.
A bit of my big toenail. I know.
No flesh whatsoever, just all toenail, mate.
It's just like the thickest toenail ever, man. It's fucking disgusting.
Brittle.
Honestly, man. Anyway,
mate. Aye. So, aye.
71.
Yeah. While Brenny's away there finding his 71 brewing, we're actually going to touch on the Scottish Beer Awards 2020, which got announced this week. Well, Brenny is also away, and we're going to say something if you're watching this, the Scottish Beer Awards. A couple of awards, a couple of maybe categories you could maybe look at would be maybe retailer / pub of the year, also social media content providers of the year. Obviously, that would be a no contest. In terms of that, it wouldn't be us. Obviously, it would be it would be us, wouldn't it, Brenny? It would be us, right? But also, really good what you're doing. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through a few of the categories. Obviously, Brenny, when I went down to Lidl, I tell you there was a couple for 71. If you're looking for our thoughts on 71, there's previous podcasts. So we've got Great brewer. Yeah.
All the fun of the 60s.
Yeah.
Which will be a wee palate changer after the porter and the double IPA we just had. So.
Absolutely. So we're not going to review these on the lockdown lash from Lidl. We're just going to enjoy this, and we're going to go through some of the categories in the Scottish Beer Awards. Remember, these are just our thoughts. It's interesting that, I mean, I sometimes feel looking at this, Brenny, that somebody at the Scottish Beer Awards must have been watching a podcast.
Who's to say they wouldn't?
Well, I tell you, because all our favourites are on there.
In fairness, the actual finalists of the year, 71, the first one mentioned. Belfield. Have we done Belfield? I don't think we've done Belfield.
We've not done Belfield.
We've not done Drygate. Have we reviewed any Drygate yet?
Aye, we've done Drygate last week. Drygate are actually supporters of the channel. They always like our tweets.
Oh, nice one. Oh, aye, there was some on the ALDI, wasn't there? Fierce Beer.
Nope.
Aye, with a few fierce beers there, nice. Loch Lomond. We've got one tonight. We're reviewing, aren't we? It's part of the Lidl.
And also, mate, remember, they're involved as well. Remember, obviously, we done the hazy IPA off camera last week for Lidl. That was actually quite nice. We enjoyed that one after. Let's just say that, well, let's not lie, we were both a wee bit too... we enjoyed our beers too. Yeah, we're both pissed, right?
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yep. So there's the brewery of the year now, mate. There's a one here that's interesting. It's the best amber or dark ale. I want to give big shout outs here to the Highlander from Fine Ales and also the Vital Spark from Fine Ales. Obviously, it just shows you the scope and the reach of the podcast because we both really like the two of them. You've got Williams Brothers, 71 again, the Ferry, Innis and Gunn, and Brewtown as well on there as well. So congratulations. We'll definitely be rooting for the Fine Ales there, won't we?
Definitely. And we're ready to die.
I love this next I love this next category, mate. It's the best amplified beer, right? You've got Big Joe by Overtone in there. Overtone are they're like the Braveheart, aren't they? They've been nominated for quite a lot of these awards. Drygate, Williams Brothers, 6 degrees north. We've had them obviously down at Coalship, the Ferry Brewery, Williams Brothers, Loch Lomond again, Barney's Beer. I did say they get a bit of a hard time, but they obviously do make some good ones. Old Jock has been nominated for the best amplified beer.
Hey,
wow.
Amplified, and your state flag.
The Innis and Gunn Brewing Company. Now, there is one in particular I want to just scroll down to, and this is the... I believe it is the... Yes, here we go. We've got we've got, sorry, there's that many awards here. Do you know something, Brenny? There's that many awards. You think they could have put in Best Social Media Content Award? Know what I mean? Could they not have done that?
I think they should have.
Aye, they should have, man.
Definitely they should have, Bilko.
Aye, 100%. I'm just trying to find out where it is. They've got Best Juicy or Hazy Beer. Now, we had Hazy IPA from Stuart Brewing. We've had that, obviously, off camera. Northern Hemisphere for Overtone again. Cross Borders Brewing Company. That actually sounds quite good, doesn't it? The Citra Yukino New England IPA. That sounds good.
What category in?
Best Juicy or Hazy Beer.
Fucking where's that? There's that many categories.
Mate, it's down beside where the best social media content should be. That's what it is, just run about there.
Okay, sales team of the year.
Hey, sales team of the year, mate.
I've not seen the Hazy.
I mean, sales team of the
year. Aye, I see it now.
Right.
Seems how many categories are. There's about 6 pages of categories there.
I know, man, I know.
Right, okay.
Right, so you've got that, the best juicy or hazy beer. Now, I like a wee juicy and hazy beer. But I recognise a few on there, so there's definitely some suggestions on there. Fierce Beer seems to be scoring highly in terms of nominations. 71 Brewing in there again, Overtone in there. The boys at Overtone, Lotus Oak Cream, Northern Hemisphere. Can I touch on something, Brenny?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Overtone were one of the first people we reviewed on the show back in the day. We never had the cameras as good, and we didn't have the same traction back in the day. I think we both agree we're going to revisit Overtone at some point in the future. We want to give them the full production, so to speak. So it's good to see they've actually got 3 nominated in there. St Andrews Brewing Company, we've heard some really good things about them. Yippee IPA, that's a great name, isn't it? Yippee IPA. Yippee-I.
What about the last one? Zoom time, Loch Brewery. If that's not a juicy or hazy beer for the times, I'll never know.
Absolutely. Brilliant stuff. Really well named. I mean, it's impossible to name them all. One thing I will say, in the best Pilsner category, disappointed that Callista Pils wasn't nominated there from Overtone, but you've got Spey Valley 1814 Bohemian Pilsner from Belfield. I like the sound of that. Don't know about you, the Bohemian Pilsner.
Augustus making the grade for a Pilsner.
Aye, mate, see, I was surprised at that. I mean, love Williams Brothers. Obviously, we've reviewed a few of them on the channel. Love them. But I was surprised when I seen the shortlist for that. I thought Callista Pils would maybe get a wee shout in there.
Well, I would have said that's half a buck.
Aye, I would do. But I suppose when Overtone have obviously commandeered every other category, haven't they? And then we've got here, mate. Here's one, right? The best session beer. Now, we have not tried. In fact, there is Yarrow is on there as the best session beer for fine ales. Now, I don't know about you, mate. When I've been going up to the co-op, man, on your recommendation, I've been buying Yarrow all the time, mate. That is a brilliant session beer, man. Best sour beer, mate.
Hold on, I'm still reviewing my session beers. Seeing who I've not tried. It's quite a lot on there I've not tried.
Me too.
We'll have a session beer session.
Oh, that sounds brilliant, by the way.
Could be.
We got every single one on that list.
That'd be a session, wouldn't it?
Aye. It'd be a great one. Now, I do want to touch on this one, mate, and this one is sponsored by Close Brothers. It's the Brewer of the Year, and this is actually for the brewer. Now, there's some cracking guys on there. Obviously, you've got Consolidated, Overtone, Gold Brewing, Stuart Brewing, and West Brewery as well. But I want to give a wee special mention out to Dan from Overtone. The minute we reviewed Overtone on the channel, he reached out to us, and I think he's he. If I was a betting man, in fact,
what do you mean if you were?
Oh, mate, do you remember last Saturday though when I gave you that tip?
Aye.
What happened?
It won.
Yay! But But no, I'd like to give a wee special mention to Dan. We don't know the other guys, but I'd like to give a wee special mention to Dan there, because obviously Overtone's one of our favourites. The product development team of the year. Obviously, you've got Barney's, Consolidated, Loch Lomond, Stewart, Williams Brothers, and Windswept Brewing. Not quite sure what that is, but I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. There's a lot of. Oh, by the way, I'm just skirting over the best pale ale of the year. You might have noticed that.
I didn't even see that as a category. Oh, there we go. Hold on, wherever we look, just for your own benefit.
Aye. So we're closed on the best pale ale category. Sorry. Listen, man, let's not get me started on pale ale. I believe there is a pale ale on its way to us from possibly Denmark that might change my opinion on it. One thing I think is wide open here. I'm looking at the best IPA. Now, that is a hard category, that, and the best IPA. I mean, that is just like an unbelievably hard category. There's a lot of nominations in it.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried. I mean, the Clute's on there. You've had that recently, you know, the wee Clute.
Yeah, I had that the other night. It was lovely.
Yeah. We've got the Brave Hop that's coming up. Brave Hop, which we're going to try later on. The Big Sewer, as you know, quality. The anti-establishment IPA from ALDI wasn't bad. That was the ALDI one we tried, and there's lots of other good ones on there as well. So that looks like an interesting character as well. But I'm trying to find it. I can't find it, mate. It's the.
What are you looking for?
Is it the best fruited sour beer? The best fruited sour beer. You've got on there. We've done Jam Slam, which was the raspberry one for 71. We've done that. There's some good stuff on there. But anyway, obviously they've been watching the podcast before they made their nominations. And we are available, are we not, Brenny, for any awards that are going about.
Aye.
Absolutely. We've always wanted to be that guy. You know that way when you, let's just say you get a DVD that you shouldn't have and it comes up for awards and nominations only. You've got a copy of The Irishman a year before it's out. If you're watching this, Brewers, feel free to send the beers for award nominations only. We'll do that, won't we?
Yeah, definitely. Under those strict conditions, yes.
Absolutely, and you can trust
award
us.
Nominations only. It's part of a judicial panel.
And can I just say, last but not least, mate, because I know this is dragged on, but I'll tell you this is quite good, this beer, isn't it? All-time fly Citra.
That is nice.
Mm-hmm. The one I wanted you to show you, just to kind of wrap this section up, mate, is the Best Fruit Forward Award.
Oh.
Right. Now, it's stood on the right-hand side, Best Fruit Forward. So, we've got on there, we've got
I see it now.
You see it now, right? So, in there, obviously, you've got some old favourites in there. Stewart, Fear, Strygate, Campervan, Brewtown, Innocent Gun, Williams, Otis. Williams are also nominated with Rubus, which we tried last week and went down a treat. I actually got some good feedback off a guy in Mersey Beers. Gave us some good feedback on that as well. But the one down the bottom, mate, you know what I'm going to say here? What man? So best of luck to everybody that is nominated for the Scottish Beer Awards. The website on that is scottishbeerawards.co.uk. Best of luck to those that we know, and best of luck to those we don't know. We're looking forward to trying them, aren't we?
Yes. So the third beer of the night is Loch Lomond Brewery. It's the Brave Hop, which is an amber IPA using Columbus and Chinook hops. They're saying it's marmalade and pine aroma, caramel and apricot finish, and a sweet and bitter finish. That was a caramel and apricot flavour with a sweet and bitter finish. Unfiltered for maximum flavour. So here we go. Loch Lomond, place we both love. Not that far away. Cycling distance from Glasgow. Hey,
Yep.
what's not to love?
I hope this takes me to the high road to Seshleyham.
Oh,
We shout out fair for Big Soups.
Seshley, that's right.
You probably noticed with the bigger cans, I'm trying to mix it up with the glasses tonight, mate.
What one was that you're using?
This is a B&M, mate. B&M. Cheers, big man.
Cheers.
Looks good,
Got a
this
lot
man.
of action in that.
Oh, lovely action.
Got a lot of sediment. Aye, but Benito.
There's a bit of Benito.
Aye, your camera.
I'll sort that out, mate. So this is nominated for one of the Scottish Beers of the Year awards. That is 6%, mate. 6%.
I didn't actually have a look at the ABV. Is it 6%?
6%, mate. This is nice. I immediately get the marmalade and the pine. I'm still trying to get the caramel, apricot all over it.
I'm getting the apricot. I'm getting the sweet sort of citrus apricot taste. It's, I'm getting that more than the pine and the marmalade at the moment. But like, you can see.
But I'll kind of. It's weird, isn't it, mate? Because see if you'd have said, I mean, see, like what 3-4 months ago when we started this, see that tongue, your tongue marmalade. As soon as it hits the tongue. Aye, it's we're learning. That is that's a really, really nice beer, man. Coming in at what? £1.80.
You know that. You better know it's a higher strength anyway.
Aye, it's
no idea. You've got no idea that's higher strength. Somebody could hand you in all night and you would be buckled by your fourth probably.
I believe this is the first time that Loch Lomond Brewery have featured on the podcast.
Wow, tip my hat to that. You know, no well, man.
Already we're into beer of the night territory for myself.
Oh, really?
Oh, aye. Well, it's been quite a low-scoring show tonight so far.
Has been.
And it's like, I don't know, actually, I'm kind of trying to hark back to the ALDI one, because it is ALDI v Lidl. And at the end of the night, we are going to come up with, ALDI or Lidl. Yep. I don't remember one being as tangy as that in the IPA, and maybe it's because it's an American IPA. That's the kind of look they're going for here. As you say, it looks. Obviously, we've commented on this during the last couple. The way it looks more IPA-ish, doesn't it? It's that cloudy feel.
Yep.
Mate, I'm still trying to get the kit. I'm going to have to take a massive sup of this, mate, just to check if I can get the caramel.
There's a hint here. Very, 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 very slight. There isn't. It's not. Nah, you're not getting it, are you?
It's like, mate, see when you see caramel, I'm thinking Highland Toffee, Caramac. Is it down in the afterburn? Which there's none.
It's a slightly malty. I'm thinking it's a slightly malty taste at the end. As opposed to, when it finally is done, there's a wee sort of hint of.
I'd be initial thoughts, I'd be very interested in trying some more Loch Lomond stuff.
Yeah, to be honest, it's one we've overlooked. We've not actually even considered getting in, so I think it's one we're definitely going to need to do in the future as a full review.
Mm-hmm. I think,
and that's been good. That's been the one good thing about the Aldi and Lidl showdown. It shows you what local producers we've got on our doorstep that are getting sold by supermarkets that we've not even considered. So,
but on the flip side to that, mate, without being too controversial, does it show you the kind of corporate side of it? Possibly as well, mate, without being too controversial. You know, maybe the guys that have got the clout to go into places like Aldi and Lidl. But I really, mate, I like that. I do like this. Mate, this is definitely Beer of the Night territory for me. Tell you right now. Honestly, it's quality. But yeah, that feels like, I mean, the other ones we've done tonight, in particular the original, you know, the Purple Panther, it felt like a wee bit like it was like a kind of B team type of porter, if you know what I mean? Whereas that actually feels like there's been a lot of effort into that. You know, it's...
But I think we've got to separate what Lidl and Aldi sell from the individual brewers themselves. So the Haverwood porter that we're talking about was a brewed for Lidl under Jennings Brothers. So we've got to take that mass production element here into consideration. Definitely got to take that into consideration. I mean, I don't know a lot about Loch Lomond brewing, but I would imagine that there's going to be a smaller operation within a 30-mile radius of where you're sitting at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, probably a 20-mile radius of where you're sitting at the moment.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I do like it. I think, I'm not entirely sure of the pricing. I did notice that on the pricing, some of them are more expensive. We'll try and get the receipt before we review the next one. Maybe this is one of the ones that was maybe a bit more expensive, but...
Well, let's be honest, for the quality of beer it is.
It's a bit more... Aye.
Let's be honest, you'd be paying sometimes, if you go into some of your beer shops, a lot more than what you spent at a Lidl for that. There's no way you've spent more than £3 for a can of that in Lidl.
Aye. It was like, I mean, top whack, maybe $2.29, but I don't know. I don't think that it was the 71 ones that were about $2.29. I think that was.
So you even think about that based on some of the places we go to, or just some of the brewers that we go to when you buy direct. Do you know what I mean? I
mean, without alienating hundreds of people here, Brenny, I will make a wee point. I mean, see this. That Brave Hop from Loch Lomond Brewing, it's a classic, it's a gateway craft ale. It's like if somebody goes down to Lidl and buys that, and the only thing they can get in there is Brave Hop, what that's going to do is they're going to say, I really like that. And what they're going to do is they're going like, you know, I'm going to go up to the Grunt and Growler, I'm going to go up to the wee beer shop, and I'm going to get another one of them. And the guys up there are going to say to them, listen, you think you like that? That's good. Wait till you try this. It's kind of a gateway beer, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you, mate? The same way, you know, you're going to walk into a pub and you might walk into, for example, you know, a pub like the Raven in the town, and you might have a specific, or you might walk up to West Brewery and you might have that specific beer you like. But what it's going to do is it's going to make you, I really like that. And see if you go down to your local beer shop, you go down to your local craft ale pub, and you say, I like the Brave Hop by Loch Lomond. They're going to go like that. You like that? Wait till you try this for Overton. Wait till you try this for Wylam. Do you know what I mean? And you're going to actually, and that's what I love about that. If that makes sense. Does that make sense to you, mate?
That makes a lot of sense. Does make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
You're just trying to defend going to a supermarket for our reviews, so I'm going to stick by that.
Brenny, we are.
I'm no. I don't give a fuck. I'm Dave every day. We pay for our beer, man. See, till the day fucking jamming, but we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. We buy our beer for where we want to buy our beer, and we're sitting here having a laugh during lockdown, reviewing it. Do you know what I mean? And it's been a cracking idea, it's been a cracking wee get together, and as much as we're going to kid on that we're influencers or whatever, do you know what I mean? Maybe one day, but not at the moment, and who gives a fuck? Because see, at the end of the day, I enjoy getting a beer with my mate, and that's what it's all about. And something I've been looking forward to, good health, good wealth, and it's the best hit. The best hit is coming home for your work, cut a beers on a Friday night, record this, and move forward.
Is it alright if I speak, Mr. Brenny?
No.
I'll echo everything he says, with one exception. We are influencers. If you are during lockdown...
330ml cans.
Absolutely.
330ml cans.
330ml cans, right? Decent beer.
For the Zoom chats. For the Zoom chats.
They'll get bought all day long, won't they?
I'm telling you, there is a way forward. We are influencing this with the brewers, I think. Get the 330s for the chat, so we can try hundreds of different ones.
100%, man.
You get better than 4 or 5 reviews a brewer.
I know. I mean,
maybe get 6.
We might get 6. But all joking aside, mate, I actually don't think I'm that gassed tonight. I think that is a really, really nice beer. It's one of the best beers we've had between Aldi and Lidl. So hats off to Loch Lomond Brewing for that. And we're going to...
I think our glass is short. So we're going to the score?
We are indeed.
Who's time to go first?
I'll go first on this, big man. Right.
All right.
So, would I buy it again? Yes, I would buy it again. Obviously, I would buy it again. It's quality. Would I session it? It's on the Bilko scale, isn't it? 6% ABV. It's on the Bilko scale of a non-session. But yes, I would.
Yes, you would session it.
Why would you not session that? It's a brilliant beer, right? Really good beer. Score-wise, beer of the night for me so far.
Yep.
Albeit the Halferwood wasn't really a contender. The Broughton was.
Don't be harsh. Don't be harsh on the other two. You've scored the other two. Just go in the field.
Here. Craig Revel Horwood. I've scored the beers earlier on tonight better than you.
I know. Hence why I'm telling you, don't worry about it.
Len Goodman. The spirit of Len Goodman is alive and well in Bilko. And I'm going to actually give this. I am also conscious of the fact that it's been so much better than the ones we've done before. And I don't want to get over generous with it. But it is very good. I like it, Brenny. You can tell I like this one. You can tell I want to give this a massive
score.
Aye. My score is going to be... It's going to be a 7.6 out of 10.
Nice one. So far tonight for me, beer of the night, without a doubt. Just my style. What I like, taste-wise, it's that IPA strength, but not strength in the actual taste. But you actually feel it going down. You know, it's got a lovely sort of hoppiness. But not overly. Genuinely, could drink that all night. I'm nearly at the bottom. So would I session it? Aye. Would I buy it again? Aye.
Brenny, I have to jump in here, right? Do you want to just calm down? Don't just say, would I session it? Aye. Would I buy it again? Aye. Because that creates havoc with the graphics.
Okay, sorry, Bilko. So would I session it? Aye. Would I buy again? Aye. And to be honest, that's a beer of the night. And it's also, I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised. I'm surprised I've not actually tried many Loch Lomond breweries before. I think I have up in Balloch and some of the boozers in Balloch. and I wasn't that ever impressed. But that's maybe just barlock rather than you're actually tasting. You know, by the time you get there, you're like, fuck this. But that's not a slight on Alexandria or a barlock. Sorry.
Brenny, were you on the banks of the Loch in Balach?
I'd cycled up there, past a couple of drinking schools the way on the cycle path. A bit scary. But anyway, so getting in scores, I'll give that a 7.75.
Woofed. Good. Mate, do you know something, man?
Good beer. Really nice beer.
I think we've both finished it, haven't we? You ready? That's a cheers.
Cheers.
So, beer number 4 tonight, Brenny, is a Big City triple hopped pale ale. Obviously, it's the Hatherwood Brewery in conjunction with Stewart Brewing, I might add, which is obviously a big player according to the Scottish Beer Awards. And Big City is a triple hopped pale ale loaded with American hops and packed with a zesty citrus punch at 6.4%, Brenny.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it as well, so let's just get it cracked open.
Oh, aye.
Smells wonderful.
Yeah, the initial pour did.
Oh, yes. Very nice pour. Cheers,
quite
mate.
Quite light.
Very light.
Triple hop.
Very light.
It might be the light. Cheers.
Cheers, bud, mate. Now, this is exclusively for Lidl from Stewart.
A collaboration with Stewart Brewing, or was it Stewart Brewing on its own?
It's what they've said is they've launched 3 new. I don't think they're selling this on their own. It's definitely with. In fact, I'll read out what it says. I mean, I'm looking here at the Edinburgh news article. And what the Joe Stewart, the co-founder of Stewart Brewing, said was that we're excited to be working with Lidl again to create this collection of new beers. And it's one of the biggest business ventures to date. So let's not cut ourselves on. It's a corporate brew. It's saying that this is a triple hop pale ale loaded with American hops and packed with a zesty citrus punch at 6.4%. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. I mean, obviously we've just came on the back.
I'm actually a bit overloaded with the initial taste. I can't actually work out whether it's malty or hoppy. And there's loads of hops in it, but like the overriding underbelly of it's like a malty taste that I'm not sure about at the moment. But it's not. I'll tell you, it's giving you questions to answer about your own palate, which is always good.
I think you can tell by my expression there, mate. I'm definitely feeling a lot of what you've just said there. I'm going to have to take another big drink of this just to get the whole. I mean, it's a 330ml coming in at 6.4%.
Which I'm not getting any real representation of in the drink itself. It doesn't feel overly alcohol. And the hops, the hops are beginning to come. My second gulp there, I'm beginning to feel more hot. The triple hop, as they describe it, is coming through more rather than
the zesty citrus punch. I'm still waiting for the zesty citrus punch. Where is it?
Probably just before it goes down. That's about as citrusy as it gets before it goes down. But even then,
Aye, it's no a zesty citrus punch. Let's not kid ourselves. Well, as far as I'm concerned, on anyway.
you're tasting all that.
I would say.
I want to know where the big city is. What do you think the big city is in terms of Stuart Brown? For your own heat.
I mean, looking at.
There's only one big city in Scotland. Only one big city in Scotland.
But we know there is only one big city in Scotland. However, the fact is there's pale ale in the title of this. So you knew before I tasted this, and regular viewers will know that this had to be an absolute. It had to be a zesty zesty citrus punch. It'd have to be like an absolutely come through the bloody nose citrus for me to like a pale ale, if that makes sense. So I'm already not liking that before I've tasted it. Mate, I'm distinctly underwhelmed by that, mate. Not going to lie.
I'm going to disagree. I quite enjoy it.
Well, bud, it's about time we disagreed on a beer. Mate, and we do disagree on a lot of things, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the citrusy, zesty punch is coming more from the after. So you're beginning to get it. Nah, you're not getting it at all.
Mate, if you're mate, I am getting it. Like, don't get me wrong, see now, when I let it kind of come over me.
Once you're down there, it's not the initial. It's not the initial hop. Aye, so it'll be the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's now, you're beginning to get a little bit.
I'm getting that refreshing kind of, do you know what I mean? That kind of zingy, kind of shampoo type feeling on my feeling now. I actually do get it, to be fair. I'm getting that kind of lemony, citrusy thing now when I let it settle down. In fact, I'm actually getting it quite a lot in my mouth. You've made a good point there. I know you're always trying to overcome my objections when it comes to pale ale.
Not at all. No, you can object away. I mean, I'm just trying to put it out there that I think it's for a beer that's been sold in Lidl, called Big City, and there's not. I've got to take objection to the fact that we've got the Empire State Building, but we've not got Glasgow Cathedral on it. I'm taking objection to that.
I do. I mean, if you look at the label, that's actually an interesting point there, Brenny. I looked at the label initially, and it is very kind of. It's like almost like cowboys and Indians. You know, you've got the arrow. You know, you've got all the kind of skyscrapers, etc. And it's like, is that what Stuart Brown? I mean, I thought Stuart Brown might have had, you know, a bit of Glasgow, a bit of Edinburgh, a bit of Dundee, a bit of Aberdeen, a bit of Stirling, a bit of Perth. You know what I mean?
All right. We're talking Big City.
All right.
Maybe going for New York.
Listen, we're not trying.
Glasgow is a village. Let's be honest. Glasgow is a village. It might be the biggest conurbation stroke city in Scotland, but it's still not a big city or anything like it.
Can I just ask you to repeat the word conglomeration?
I said conurbation.
Right. What's that? What's a conurbation? You mean conservation?
It's the greater area of space and people.
The greater area.
The whole central belt is a conurbation of the vast majority of people staying in Scotland.
I agree. Aye, 100%.
So 4 million stay in the bit that wee Nick says you can't do shit because of COVID, and there's about another million people around about the place apart from Dundee up north east who can do shit. Is how I describe it, a conurbation.
So it's the big city. Well, I'm sorry. for me, that does not represent the big city, as far as I'm concerned. I think the name's a bit misleading. And I'm ready to score this, mate.
Score it. Score away. I can't wait. You'll score for us.
Would I buy it again? I think Stuart Brown have done a lot better than that. I wouldn't buy it again. Would I sanction it? No.
What?
Score-wise, for me, I'm very, very disappointed in that combination. I wouldn't mind trying the downtown or the bright lights. Of that might be more up my street of this. I could only get the big city. So the bright lights out downtown, I'd really like to try. For me, it's a score of, mate, that's a, oh my God, I'm sorry, Brenny. Brenny, that is a 5.5 out of 10 for me.
I don't apologise for that. If you're not happy, you're not happy. I'm enjoying it. I'm thinking that's a cracking beer. Shows you how much you've drank to come to that. So basically, you've drank the same amount as me and the same time as me, and I've not seen you bolt once. I've not seen you repel it. So I think you're being a bit harsh. I do think you're being a bit harsh. But that's entirely your score and what you're happy to do. I'm enjoying it. I'm really liking it. It's not what I think they're describing it as, but I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a wee bit more malty than what the hops suggest. Would I buy it again? Much is it?
About 160 or something like that, mate. Round about that. Listen.
So if I was in Lidl, I'd be buying that again if it was available. Based on what else they've. I mean, the Perlin batter was usually a 24. 24 at them was my usual German Pilsner, but then they did away with the German purity a lot. So,
mate, Brenny, would you say shit?
I have to say that it would not be unsuccessful.
Would you say shit?
I like it.
Yes. Yes or no? Would you say shit?
Yes.
Is this beer of the night for you?
Nah. It's not beer of the night.
Right.
Decent, no beer of the night, but and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Fair scoring, mate. Fair scoring.
I don't think it's as harsh as what you scored it.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't see it as. I think that's a good colour. I think that's a. I would actually, do you know what? I would like to try the other ones in the series.
Aye.
Lidl, and give it a review of the three of them, because I think that's a harsh. For some reason, you've taken umbrage with it. And it is the last beer of the night. It is the last beer of the night, and we have got to say we've had a porter, a double IPA.
We've had a 7, Brenny. We've also had
the Loch Lomond, which is a beer of the night for the 2 years.
Yeah. And
then this to finish off. So
and Brenny, we've also had the 71 Brewing one, and earlier on we were talking about the Scottish Beer Awards as well. And it always makes it interesting for the viewers when we disagree. But mate, I mean, the half hour, would you give that 5.5? What I mean? So you know, I mean, it did just.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not calling it a question. You call it as you see it. I'm just saying that I find that perfectly all right. I think that it's as close to the beer of the night as I've had.
I just feel
other than the Loch Lomond, which I thought was a much better beer, much more rounded, much more much more body to it.
Aye. I get where you're coming from, mate. I'd like to try the downtown and the bright lights just to see how it compares. But I think having had the, what do you call it, the Loch Lomond Brave Hop, which was clearly the beer of the night, I think, for the both of us. It's interesting. So, are you want to maybe just hang fire and we might squeeze an extra one in?
If you want.
Well, let's do that. All right, mate. We'll give this a cheers anyway.
We'll do a
Cheers. 2, 1. We are rolling. So we've got an extra wee beer tonight, Brenny. It's beer number 5. It's Barefaced Lager.
From the Lidl.
From the Lidl. And if you're watching this and you're on the lockdown, I recommend getting lashed on all these beers.
Yep.
From Drygate Brewery.
So that's is that a Drygate? Drygate Brewing Company?
It is. So it's a burnished gold white foamy head with lemon rind, berry, honey, bread crust and biscuit. Some of my favourite things there. Toasty with pithy, biting hop flavour and assertive bitterness. Medium-bodied, well-rounded and a long, smooth finish. Are we going to... Ready?
That did sound good.
Brilliant. It tastes great with bratwurst, mustard and pretzels, barefaced, battered haddock and hand-cut chips and pecan pie and ice cream. And that's if you're lucky enough to be going to the Drygate Brewery. Now, you might have noticed we've got an extra couple of people in here. We've got an unofficial third member here of the podcast here, Brenny, haven't we?
Yeah. Hey, Fiona.
Graphics.
Hi. Hi, Baxter.
And Baxter. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Team Podcast.
Yes.
Finished.
Coming in exactly as what it says on the tin. Love it.
I think that's malty. It's not lovely, but I mean, but I'm finding the initial taste quite malty.
It is.
Lovely, but I was going to say earlier on, are you drinking out of jam jars?
I like it. What was that, mate? Sorry.
Are you drinking out of jam jars?
I am drinking out a jam jar, mate. It's the...
Tastes like someone put grass in your beer. I mean, grass that grows on the ground.
Fiona's saying it tastes like something that has put grass in your beer. Yeah, I can
Grass
get that.
as in cut grass or grass as in hydroponic?
She's talking pine. Pine.
Oh, aye, okay, aye. Piney, cut grass.
I really like this. I'm trying to see what the ABV on this. It doesn't strike me as being... I think this
4.6,
is...
I think. 4.4, 4.6. I don't think it's overly.
Sessionable job.
Oh, it is, definitely.
And this, I believe, I mean, obviously...
4.4. 4.4. Does it right in the front. Right in the front.
Brilliant. I'm definitely getting the whole pininess.
The grass in your beer thing.
Oh, aye.
I'm definitely getting a wee bit of the lemon rind.
You're at a festival, someone's put grass
Honey.
in your beer.
Biscuit. I'm actually trying to fucking get the biscuit.
I was maybe thinking the biscuit was a bit malty, but...
Aye, possibly.
Try again.
You want to try it
Biscuit.
again? No worries. Baxter. And introducing Baxter.
Baxter!
Baxter, who's that?
Oh, yeah,
Who's that?
you do.
Baxter!
At the back of your
Where's
tongue.
Baxter?
Biscuit.
Where's Baxter?
We don't ever give Baxter any of the beer, but Fiona's saying she does get the biscuit.
The back of your tongue. Oh, it's okay. It's just fireworks.
By this time I know I'm on the disco biscuits, I'm not getting in.
But this time after our like 4 beers before, we're definitely on something, aren't we?
Back right inside of your tongue. Biscuit.
It's a nice all-rounded winner, mate. I felt as if we had to review this tonight because Drygate are another people that have supported on our Twitter feed.
Good
So
stuff.
heads up to the Drygate, boys and women.
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy with the beer. It's a really good lager. I think I have had it before, but it's not disappointed on another viewing. Really enjoying it. Really enjoying it.
How many? See, the last time you bought it, did you buy a few of them, or did you just buy maybe one?
I think I bought it in Drygate itself, so for a pint. And I was going through a few different beers when I was in there.
I actually think you've summed it up nicely, because I think that would be a really nice on draft pint. That one. Listen, mate, I'm ready to go straight in with the scores if you are.
Oh, definitely.
So would I buy that again?
Oh,
Yes, I would buy that again. 100% buy that again. Fee, would you buy that again?
yeah, that's nice. I like it.
Okay. Would I session that? Would I Tuesday session it? Probably not, but would I session it? Yeah, I would session it again, because it's a sessionable beer, and I think that's what they're going for, so I would session it again. Would I, score-wise, I mean, it's much better than that Stuart triple IPA we did earlier on for me. And I'll give that a nice solid 7.25 out of 10 for me.
Love it.
What about yourself, big man?
Would I buy it again? Aye, definitely. No, I mean, the bare-faced lager, quite like the name, quite like the can. Like the green, obviously. Would I buy it again? Yes. Would I session it? Yes. I think that'd be very sessionable. And giving it a score.
Beer of the night? Beer of the night?
No, I'm not going that high. But I'm still trying to work out what I gave the rest of the beers for the rest of the night. So I'm giving that a solid 7 out of 10.
Sound. Isn't that solid? So obviously with ALDI and Lidl, Brenny, it's difficult because we've tried a couple of them before. We've marked them over the last couple of weeks, and for me, there's a clear winner in terms of the shop.
Yeah.
In terms of the beers within the shops, I would like to highlight maybe one or two.
They're both equally as good.
Yeah.
With the range that I've got. What I would say, and this is just my biggest gripe about Lidl, right, is the changed Perlenbacher. The default German Pilsner, which we've not reviewed either of these, by the way, but they're both staples that I used to buy out of both stores. So you've got Steinhauser, which is kept up with the German purity law. 6 bottles, 330ml for less than a £5. And you've got Perlenbacher, which they used to sell. It was 3 litres, so it was 6 500ml bottles of it for about £6 before purity law, before SNP law came in about minimum pricing, and they changed it to lower their minimum pricing. So in Scotland, you get a different Perlenbacher than you do for anywhere else. If that makes sense, because they've lowered it.
100% makes sense.
It's no longer part of the purity law of Germany. It's an utter shit beer. So for that alone, I'm going with my favourite discounted store on top of all the wee beer shops and everywhere else.
Can I just jump in here before you make your score? Brenny, I'm 100% with you on that, because I had tried the Steinhauser range from Aldi, and I had tried the Perlenbacher from Lidl as well, and I used to look forward to buying that stuff. And as soon as the alcohol laws changed or whatever, the recipe completely changed. And I think it's absolutely disgraceful that Aldi and Lidl are still putting that stuff out, calling it the same thing, because it isn't the same thing. Would you agree?
Well, in fairness, Lidl's the only one that's changed it. Lidl with Perlenbacher are the only ones that have changed it.
Yes, Aldi one that's
Aldi Steinhauser still.
And it's still the same price. It's still expensive. And we had a long chat about this as well, and you said to me, why did you not choose that? And I was going down the craft. Mate, that is a very valid point. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, you've skirted it, we're not skirting that at all. That is a very valid point. See, whoever is responsible for the Lidl Perlenbacher buying, you just make the bottles bigger, charged a wee bit more, and we'll still buy it. But we have to go back to the original recipe, like Aldi have done with the Steinhauser. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Agreed.
Sorry for jumping in there, mate. So, you were saying?
So if we're coming down here, where would I rather buy my beer? As an Aldi v Lidl? I'll go with Aldi.
Okay. So, I guess, as you know, it's a partnership here. And listen, I'm not going to bloody beat around the bush here. I'd buy my bloody beer for Aldi as well. Do you know why? Because Aldi, for me, offer a bigger rounded selection. They offer more sours. They offer a bigger balanced variety. Have I been into the wrong Lidl store? I don't think I have. We actually went down, believe it or not, and Fiona, you'll agree with me on this.
Yeah.
We went down 3 Lidl stores, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't get one sour beer. We couldn't get one sour. So that was very, very disappointing in terms of a craft ale selection. I'll give big kudos to the Brave Hop from Loch Lomond. Would you agree, Brenny, in terms of the Lidl?
Yeah, it was great.
Absolutely, 100% agree with the big man there. So, Aldi or Lidl? Aldi!